this top deck here. We got some new information about the upcoming characters that are coming out, and this is from a reliable source, and from what they've been leaking so far has been correct. Of course, who is actually coming out on the banners in terms of their order is subject to change, but for 1.3 exactly, we have a pretty good idea of who's going to be first, who's going to be second. Upcoming banners, we don't really know. So what we have here is leaks from 1.3 all the way up to 1.5, which is going to be pretty crazy, right? There should be 4 stars released alongside these characters as well, and for what they're saying, there may be reruns in between them. So that's going to be pretty cool. If you missed any of the previous characters, we get a chance right here. But of course, once again, as I said, this is all subject to change. So in 1.3, what they're planning to do is line up Dan Heng with the Chinese New Year. So Dan Heng should be first, if that is correct. As long as it's following the Chinese New Year, then he should be first or second. We know that Fu Xuan is also going to be there on his banner. Fu Xuan is an incredible shielder, right? And we know that Dan Heng is, well, it's a raw damage dealer. He's just that. His animations are really cool, and you should really check him out. For 1.4, the update coming out, we're going to be having Topaz, which is a really interesting character, as she fights with like a puppet or like a machine instead of her as her character. And she's really interesting, and I'm curious what they're going to do for her gameplay loop, but it should be a really good time seeing Topaz. Her kit just looks and sounds fun. Then after Topaz, or before, whichever one, we're going to be having Jing Liu, a character that I'm really excited for. She showed up in the 1.1 trailer. We've had her talked about in the Jing Liu trailer, and she looks really cool, and I can't wait to play her. From the league gameplay that we've seen, she seems to be a pretty fun and cool character, and I'm definitely going to roll for her. Now, 1.5 is going to actually hurt a lot because we're getting the best healer of all time in Huhu, right? I'm pretty sure I'm saying her name wrong, but it's Huhu is a ridiculous healer, and she's fantastic, to be frank with you. She's really strong. She does skill point regen and a bunch of other crazy stuff while healing. She's a crazy character. She's actually the best, without a doubt. She's actually overpowered. If you played like FGO and you know what like Castoria does, what Merlin does, and what Scotty does, think of those characters shoved into one. She like does a lot, except for like the shielding of what Merlin does, but Huhu is crazy. I'm gonna go over her kit in a separate video. And then we have Argenti, who is a physical erudition unit, and he does some interesting stuff with his kit. It's a little bit weird where he's like a knight and he cares about justice and beauty, but he does this thing where he actually attacks all enemies, right? But for like his alt or different stuff with his kit, he then consumes energy. It also restores energy, and he has stacks, and then it loops with this gameplay of like consuming a lot of energy to deal damage, or consume the normal amount to deal lesser damage. He seems to be a pretty interesting character. I don't know how to feel about Argenti. He just seems like another 5-star, right? Kind of the middle of the pack, it seems, with Argenti, but we'll see. But I'm going to go over these characters in separate videos because there are leaked characters that are going to be crazy for your account, and if you're a free-to-play player, these banners are going to collide and line up in a way that it's going to be really hard to decide. And if you want gameplay over character, then it's going to be quite the tough choice, right? But let's not worry about that for now. That's it for update 1.3 to 1.5. We know that Dan Heng, Fu Xuan is going to be 1.3. Topaz and Jing Liu, 1.4. Huhu and Argenti is going to be 1.5. Alright, that's That's it for me. Catch you guys later. Peace.